الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها النبي إذا طلقتم النساء فطلقوهن لعدتهن وأحصوا العدة واتقوا الله ربكم لا تخرجوهن من بيوتهن ولا يخرجن إلا أن يأتين بفاحشة مبينة وتلك حدود الله ومن يتعد حدود الله فقد ظلم نفسه لا تدري لعل الله يحدث بعد ذلك أمرا فإذا بلغن أجلهن فأمسكوهن بمعروف أو فارقوهن بمعروف وأشهدوا ذوي عدل منكم وأقيموا الشهادة لله ذلكم يوعظ به من كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر ومن يتق الله يجعل له مخرجا ويرزقه من حيث لا يحتسب ومن يتوكل على الله فهو حسبه إن الله بالغ أمره قد جعل الله لكل شيء قدرا واللائي يئسن من المحيض من نسائكم إن ارتبتم فعدتهن 3 أشهر واللائي لم يحضن وأولاة الأحمال أجلهن أن يضعن حملهن ومن يتق الله يجعل له من أمره يسرا ذلك أمر الله أنزله إليكم ومن يتق الله يكفر عنه سيئاته ويعظم له أجرا أسكنوهن من حيث سكنتم من وجدكم ولا تضاروهن لتضيقوا عليهن وإن كن أولات حمل فأنفقوا عليهن حتى يضعن حملهن فإن أرضعن لكم فآتوهن أجورهن وأتمروا بينكم بمعروف وإن تعاسرتم فسترضع له أخرى لينفق ذو سعة من سعته ومن قدر عليه رزقه فلينفق مما آتاه الله لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا ما آتاها سيجعل الله بعد عسر يسرا وكأين من قرية عتت عن أمر ربها ورسله فحاسبناها حسابا شديدا فحاسبناها حسابا شديدا وعذبناها عذابا نكرا فذاقت وبال أمرها وكان عاقبة أمرها خسرا أعد الله لهم عذابا شديدا أعد الله لهم عذابا شديدا فاتقوا الله يا أولي الألباب الذين آمنوا قد أنزل الله إليكم ذكرا رسولا يتلو عليكم آيات الله مبينات رسولا يتلو عليكم آيات الله مبينات ليخرج الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات من الظلمات إلى النور ومن يؤمن بالله ويعمل صالحا يدخله جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها أبدا قد أحسن الله له رزقا الله الذي خلق 7 سماوات ومن الأرض مثلهن ينزل الأمر بينهن لتعلموا أن الله على كل شيء قدير وأن الله قد أحاط بكل شيء علما.
As the gender war rages on, in order to keep the peace, we must discuss the exact facts. Welcome to EXFAKTLY. I'm your host, Saudi Man. Remove your shoes, enter upon your right foot, upon the right state of mind, bi'idhnillah. Topic: 7 signs or 7 red flags or 7 sit-down red flags that should make you stand up. 7 sit-down red flags that should make you stand up. Now, for those that may not know, a sit-down is a type of wasila, which means a means to achieve a tariqah. A tariqah is a methodology. The methodology of marriage has many aspects. One aspect is to look at the person that you may want to marry or intend to marry, okay? Even if they are unaware that you're looking at them, as long as they're not in private chambers. So, to accommodate that, the wasila, some came up with a wasila called sit down, where you actually get to sit down in the presence of your wali and the groom and the wife to be, prospective wife to be, and you hash out or discuss certain issues. Okay, so this is known as a sit down. Some say sit downs are a bid'ah. It's not a bid'ah. At worst, it's usloob, just style. It's a style to have the man look at the woman and the woman look at the man. But if it's just for the purpose of looking, it's really for the purpose of conversing, excuse me. It's for the purpose of dialogue and seeing how the person responds to certain stimuli conversationally. Uh, Looking is better done without them knowing, seeing them at the masjid, at different Muslim functions, at the Eidain, so on and so forth, so that they will not be hurt or discouraged if you reject them. Okay, but nevertheless, it's a way to look, it's a way to converse, so on and so forth. So sit downs are not bid'ah. It's just wasila, the means to achieve the methodology, the tariqah, or usloob, just a style. It's just a style. There's nothing haram about it. Nevertheless, let's define red flags. Red flags are typically those things that may trouble you if you notice them early on in the courtship, or let's say at the sit down stage. Some people confuse courtship. So let's say at the sit down stage where you're coming together with the woman, or you're coming together with the man or the spouse to be, and your wali or wakil is present, or the wali and wakil is present, and you're going to hash out certain things, discuss certain requirements, certain uh, stipulations, things like that. You're going to discuss things like that. So that's a sit down. These are red flags, are those things that you notice that may or may not be deal breakers, may or may not be deal breakers, yet and still, there used to be a thing, I think Arsenio Hall's show had a segment called Things That Make You Go, you know, it just, it might make you think twice, or say that this could be a sign of what's to come in the negative, in the negative. So, 7 red flags, or 7 sit down red flags that should make you stand up. Like I say, I say it should make you stand up, but these are not necessarily deal breakers. Uh, a compilation of them may turn into deal breaker. Okay, so we define sit down, we define red flags, and lastly, before I begin with the list, I would like to say that some have polar equivalents, meaning that I may be speaking from a male perspective of red flags you might see in a woman, but these same things may have a bearing on the men too. So I'm going to give basically both sides to it, but I'm going to begin with the red flags a man may see, and then if they have a male equivalent, then I'll, of course, address that. Most of these do have a male equivalent, just to let you know. And this is not exclusively Muslim issues. These are not exclusively Muslim issues. Some kuffar go through some of these signs, these red flags as well. And some are specifically us, especially when you talk about sit down, okay? Nevertheless, number one, readily apparent deviance slash rebellion. Readily apparent deviance slash rebellion. This can go both ways. It's one of those things that can go both ways. I call it GBW, go both ways. Okay. You look at her, she's not covered or not covered properly. Her clothing is form fitted. She has short sleeve garment on. You can see her forearms and things like that. Her feet are out. This is just apparent rebellion, apparent deviance, and hey, that's one of the biggest red flags, because human beings, men are visual. They say men are visual, but women are visual too. They have eyes, okay, and we see things that are apparent. Omar Radhiallahu said, "We judge by what is apparent. Allah just judges the heart." So yes, we judge. We judge by what we witness and what is made plain to us, and what is apparent. So that's how we judge. If you see somebody automatically, upon first impression, they are rebelling against Quran and Sunnah, then whether that's male or female, then that's a big red flag to what may be to come. Now, some may say, What if they're ignorant about it? Okay, that should be said too. But why is there wali or there wakil there? What is his role? Where is he? So that means that if this is an issue, I would say, um, you know, after the meeting, just push along with the meeting, see how things go. If there are any more red flags after it, I would say, hey, yeah, hey, let me speak to you for a second. I'm troubled that she's not covered. Is there any particular reason she's not covered, or does she have a different understanding other than what is known in Quran and Sunnah by necessity? You know, I would ask, I mean, or not. It's up to you. Number two, victim splaining. Victim splaining slash blaming. This is another GBW. Go both ways. Okay? Victim splaining. Victim splaining is nothing's their fault. They've had several marriages and nothing is ever their fault. Even if they say, I don't have much patience for nonsense, that's not necessarily victim splaining. That's saying that the first major red flag they saw in a relationship, they dipped. Could be that. It could be, a reoccurring red flag that no one, that neither party bothered to change. So victim splaining is big because when a person sees themselves as a victim, they can't. If a person has a victim mentality, they've done no wrong. The only wrong has been done to them. Only wrong has been done to them, and they have done no wrong. That's what's so dangerous about victim splaining. They say mansplaining, womansplaining. This is victim splaining. Ask them about their past relationships. They go on and on how they were done so wrong. My experience, the ones that complain a lot and say they were done so wrong, they actually done me wrong after that. So I'm not in the market for any more victims or victim splaining. I'm not in the market for that. Number three, non-widow. Non-widow. A widow with kids, there's no, there's no need to explain. She's a widow. She was left with children. Okay. Non-widow with kids in tow. She got kids by one dude or a few dudes. And the question may come up. Question: If why aren't the kids with their father? Well, I don't think he's fit. More victim explaining, right? I don't think he's fit. Uh, I don't mean to be too nosy, but this is my future we're discussing. So, explain. How is he not fit? You see what I'm saying? Okay. Um, Beyond that, non-widow with kids in tow. If we get married, what would be the state? What would be the custodial state of the kids? Well, my kids gonna stay with me. I ain't giving my kids to nobody. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what Allah and His messenger say, which literally what they're saying. Even if they don't say, I don't care what Allah and His messenger say, they're telling you that no matter what you say, no matter what the Creator of all that exists say, no matter what the Rasul sent to all of mankind say, nobody gonna have my kids. Ain't a hadith in the world, ain't a ayat in the world. And when they say that, stand up. You gotta stand up. You gotta get out of there. You gotta get out of there because she'll do you the same way. She'll do you the same way. So if she's a non-widow with kids in tow, let her explain why is that. Why are these kids in tow? Well, I'm not remarried yet, so I have the kids. Okay, if we got married, would the kids go to the father? Oh no, oh no. Okay, in discussion, in discussion, because you're going to become part and parcel and accomplice. You will be complicit. You will be complicit in denying that man his children. Okay? You will be complicit. Uh, Illegal kids, Zanim children, bastards, post Shahada. This is another GBW, goes both ways. Okay? Illegal kids post Shahada. You became Muslim and you have a bastard child. It can happen to anybody. I know it can't happen to anybody. It does happen, but it can't happen to anybody. You got to put you got to put yourself in a state of zina. You know, you put yourself in a state of zina, then that's how you get bastards. I shouldn't have to explain the birds and the bees right now, but that's how you get bastards. You're not married. You're doing married stuff. Things that are exclusively marital behaviors. You're doing that, and what do we have? We have the result, conception. So illegal kids post shahada, you gotta stand up. I don't care how fine she is. I don't care how handsome he is. You gotta stand up and walk away. But people change, Doc. People change. Everybody make mistakes. Okay, have fun. Have fun. I'm just saying it's a major red flag. So have your way. 5. Excessive tattoos. Oh, yeah, that's before Islam. It takes a mentality. It takes a mentality to mark your body up. It takes a mentality. Muhammad some said those that do it are cursed. He didn't say Muslim. He said those that give a tattoo, those that receive a tattoo, those that recommend it, those that pay for it, those that design it, those that transport you to do it. You know, all of this, you know, all of this. Cursed. It's all cursed behavior. Okay. And, so excessive tattoos is a sign. Women of ill repute have excessive tattoos. Women of ill repute have ankle bracelets. You know, this is something that shows. It's not something that's hidden, maybe at home for your husband. When y'all making the juice, it can go jingle-ling-a-ling-a-ling. But prostitutes originated these ankle bangles, these ankle bracelets. They would stump their feet, make a sound. Men would hear that sound, you know, twist his neck to look in the direction of that sound, and then it's $40. It's $40. So this is something to. It's a red flag. You say, "Well, oh, brother, that's jahili," and Allah forgives and Shahada wipes away. Okay, well, that's fine. A lot of people are doing it, but remember, you are marrying a mentality. You I know people that tattoo ink went right through their pores into their brain. Those trashy tattoos went right through their pores into their brain. And they're trashy today. You know what I'm saying? Um, I mean, maybe they're good people with tattoos. Allahu Alam. Maybe they're good people with tattoos. Whatever. But the point is that I made a point to say excessive because just to leave some doubt, I said excessive tattoos. You know, Kevin Gates is the way he is because, of his lifestyle. When he first became Muslim, he said, uh, somebody told me tattoos are haram. They can suck my, that's what he said, they can suck my air, my private part. He said, I'm going to get my whole body dead. So he came into Islam saying F Quran and Sunnah. And today he does F Quran and Sunnah today. And his homeboy Moneybag Yo that took that broken Shahada with him, that Shahada was, man, that was, I don't know if that was Swahili or Farsi, that wasn't Arabic, you know. So it could have been Korean or Vietnamese. Anyway, so he took his Shahada with Kevin Gates, and he's all tatted up and everything. And of course, he got tatted up before. And anybody that, it's a mentality. So I use the term excessive just to leave the doubt, just to leave some doubt that a person may have a big mama that died, so they got big mama name. Their mama died, so they got their mama name. Their child died, so they got their child name. Then they became Muslim. But the problem that we have today, they got Muslims that are getting tattoos. Muslim women and men coming on Facebook, coming on social media saying, hey, what do y'all recommend? I'm thinking about getting another tattoo. What do y'all recommend? You say, oh, they're just ignorant. They don't understand the deen. Well, try to correct them. Watch what happens. Try to correct them. Give them a hadith. Go ahead. Watch you get cursed out. So anyway, it's a mentality. It's a trashy mentality. Muhammad Sallam says curse. One time I put a post, I said it was trash. The Muslims attacked me. You know, the Muslims attack me. Oh, how can you say it's Muhammad something said it's curse? What's worse, trash or curse? These people are ignorant, you know, dumber than a box of smooth rocks, as we say. Number six, glorification of the Jahiliyyah. Glorification of the Jahiliyyah. You know, the time before Islam, the behaviors before Islam, the incidents before Islam, they glorified. Whether, and this is another GBW, go both ways, lack of haya, lack of haya, lack of shyness, lack of shame. Certain things we did in Jahili, if we had a shootout, if we had a fight, we stabbed somebody, bust somebody head to the white meat. We're talking about we're talking about immorality, not in violent acts or things like that, or drug deals or whatever. We're talking about immorality in the sexual realm, for lack of a better word, the intimate realm. I guess you would say intimate immorality. Okay, where you got this, she telling you, boy, I done knocked down a whole bunch of homies. So we walk down the street, might get some grins and smiles, but I'm all yours now. We talked about this last week, so I'm not going to even reiterate. But nevertheless, he's talking about all the girls he had in Jahili and all this kind of stuff. And some Kafirs be like, oh, you just became Muslim so you could have more than one wife. I said, you idiot, I had 100 girlfriends when I was Kafir. I didn't pay not one day's rent. I would go to one refrigerator, they ain't had no, I go to the next refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? I laid my head down wherever I was tired, you know. And they bet not say nothing about the other girl. When I got shot, I was still Kafir, it was you they bumping heads in the lobby. You know what I'm saying? In the waiting room. So I had no responsibilities. I became Muslim. Now I got to pay bills. Now I got to earn my keep. Now I got to get married before I, can see her or approach her in that manner. So tell me, people become Muslim for the women. That's like one of the most idiotic statements in the world. If a woman don't want you as a Catholic, what makes you think a woman gonna want you as a Muslim? You know what I'm saying? You know. Anyway, so the glorification of Jahili, they talking about the old days and glorifying it and all this kind of stuff. Now that's ignorant. You know what I'm saying? The Sahaba used to gather for the Fajr, pray Fajr, and then stick around between Fajr and Duha. They would talk about Jahili and laugh about it. You know what I'm saying? There was no glorification going on. They would laugh about how ignorant they were. And certain things, certain stories drew tears. So take that as a GBW, go both ways, red flag. Okay? Person doesn't have any shame. They're telling you, like the brother just posted, would you marry a woman that's really on her deen practices, but she used to be a stripper? Say, well, how did you find out she used to be a stripper? Oh, you saw her at the strip club? Then what kind of person are you? You know what I'm saying? What kind of Muslim are you saw her at the strip club? You know? Or somebody told you, man, that girl used to be a stripper. Well, that's not evidence that somebody told you that. So keep that to yourself. You know? If she comes to you and say, Assalamu alaikum, I'm looking for a husband, I used to be a stripper, like that's really not, you should have some shame. You should try to hide that. You know what I'm saying? And Jahili, I'm sure a lot of people have done things they regret and they're ashamed of. You shouldn't be disclosing that thing. If you consider yourself took shahada and now you're brand new, be brand new. Stop talking about your Jahiliyyah. Anyway, number 7, she has a preset dowry higher than the best of women. If she's trying to cash out on you, she's trying to, I ain't accepting less than 5,000. I ain't accepting less than 10,000. I ain't accepting less than 20. Well, go find that dude. I'm sure that dude is out there. But you're not even bringing value like that. You're not bringing value. You're not bringing $10,000 worth of value. You're not bringing $5,000 worth of value. Your vagina is not that valuable. Because the sister that wants 500 as a dowry, because she's not trying to exceed the best of women, okay? Your Khadijas and your Fatimas, and well, Khadija doesn't count because that was before, 15 years before the Wahi. So, as far as the dowry is concerned, your Fatimas, your Aishas, right, Anha, so on, Anhumah, so on and so forth, or Anhum even, you know, she's overvalued. It's called hubris. She's overvaluing herself. So she got a preset dowry because a dowry is a sadaq. You're supposed to Offer. It's a free gift. You offer it. She's supposed to accept it or reject it. Okay? And you come with another offer. She'll accept it or reject it. And she may even suggest something. But she doesn't walk around with a price tag on her forehead saying, hey, I'm a $10,000 one. You know? So what am I getting for $10,000? Shoot, you getting all of this. I saw somebody look better on the way here. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's called overvaluing yourself. You think your vagina worth that much? You know, it's not. So anyway, I went through 7. I went through uh, readily apparent deviance. You see haram on first sight. Uh, victims blaming the past, the exes for the divorces and condition. Uh, she's a non-widow. She has her kids in tow. The father don't have the kids. And there's no good reason why they don't have it. And after marriage, she's saying that she's still not going to do it. He or she has bastard kids after Shahada. These are real life stuff. Okay. Number 5, excessive tattoos. Go both ways. 6, glorification of the jahiliyyah, lack of hayat, lack of modesty, shame. Okay, this go both ways. Preset dowry higher than the best of women. She wants higher than the best of women. And definitely offering less. 7 bonus. I think it's 6, 7 more. I got 7 bonus. Some of these probably should have been in the first 7, but 7 bonus ones. Number 8 of the 7 bonus. Too agreeable or too contentious. GBW, go both ways. Too agreeable. Oh yes, yes. Oh yeah. And one time, this one sister, she didn't cover her feet, and oh, I would never show my feet. Oh, this is poor you, and and all that. She's just too agreeable. He's too agreeable. Everything you say, I hate these simp dudes. Everything a woman say, they just right behind it. You know what I'm saying? It's like a dog licking up its own vomit. Or they're too contentious. They're too argumentative. You know what I'm saying? You know, uh, too many examples for this, but they're too contentious. Uh, I'm called too contentious. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, some of these red flags are deal breakers, and some are not. I'm contentious because I'm not going to go through the stuff I went through in the past. If I say, uh, you got to cover your feet, and you say, well, I'm Hanafi. I say, well, go marry a Hanafi. Go marry one of those Hanafis, those Desi Hanafis, those Arab Hanafis, or whoever. Go marry one of them because you know I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. You know what I'm saying, you know, some women have no value, so they can show their feet, they can show their crack of their butt if they want to. They have no value. But a woman that values herself, she's going to guard her aura, And like I said, if she says she's Hanafi, I said, well, I am now your sheikh. If we get married, I'll be your sheikh. You'll follow my madhab. You'll follow my understanding. If she says, oh no, I'm going to still be Hanafi, okay, we'll go marry a Hanafi. We'll be done with this one. Show your feet, without evidence. So, this is something that happens, okay? Like I say, if they're too agreeable, they're agreeing with everything you say, red flag. If they are argumentative over every single point, they don't mean that they don't disagree. Because I mean, if a man is a man, he's going to disagree. A man is going to disagree, and you're going to have to deal with that. You know, a man is not going to cow tie to you all day long. You know what I'm saying? A man is going to disagree. If he's just too agreeable, then you got to watch that as a red flag. So, number 9, potty mouth. They curse. They use curse and up. They curse. They use obscene words too much. Not really too much, but the words are too much. They used to like who said that? Oh man, who said that? Was it a comedian that died? I don't know if it's Bernie Mac, one of the comedians that died. I'm not sure. Oh, that's Capone. It wasn't earthquake. I think it was Capone. Capone said they was cursing somebody else. I was using the good curses. Capone said he cursed somebody out. He was using the good curses. That was so funny. He said he was using the good ones. You know. So anyway, yeah, that's one thing, that they have a potty mouth. You know, like I said, some of these red flags are not necessarily get up and walk away, but it may cause you to stand up or want to stand up and take pause, because a grown person should not be using words like that. A young person should not be using words like that. And Muhammad said it's not fit for a believer to curse or use obscene words. So we should modify that. There's a popular YouTuber Muslim right now that uses really graphic, he uses curse words and use graphic words of with sexual implications. He used graphic stuff, and he became popular like overnight. You know, and I think Muslims like that. They like that. That every man, curse word dude. They like stuff like that. So I tend not to listen to his podcast because you never know when he gonna say something very obscene. I don't think the content is worth it, because there are more respectful people that have more knowledge and better content. So potty mouth is a GBW, go both ways, and it is a red flag. Number nine. I'm into the third of the seven bonus. Number nine. Oh, excuse me. Number 10. They ask you to modify the deen for their pleasure. This is women. This is not men. It doesn't go both ways. Okay. They ask you to modify the deen for their pleasure. What is the most common one? Can you please sign this contract that you won't take another wife as long as we're married? Can you please sign this contract? When you already made a contract with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when you said La ilaha illallah wa Muhammadan Rasulullah, you know, you made a contract with Allah ta'ala, but now they're asking you to modify that contract with Allah ta'ala and to make something that is halal haram. That's what they're asking you. They're asking you to make something halal haram for their sake. For their sake. So again, this is not going to work. It's not going to fly. If the man tells you, if he asks you, or you ask him, do you intend to take a second wife? Mm, at the moment, that's not my focus. But do you ever intend to take? I have no idea. Right now, that's not my focus. It's halal, so in the future, I may reconsider it. Is that a problem for you? Well, if you ever do, you just let me know, and I'm gonna leave. Oh, okay. Well, red flag. Leave them. Leave them. Leave them. There's no point of wasting time, man. People don't. We're not making mut'a. We're not making temporary pleasure marriage, like what the mujahideen used to do from the tradition before Islam. The earth, they used to go and contract a marriage wherever they're holding the expedition, so they would not be out making zina. They are under marriage contract. They gave the dowry, so on and so forth, to a woman that is near the place where the expedition or the campaign is. And then the the understanding was that they would return home eventually. Okay, they will return home. It's up to them to keep the woman. If they have children, it's up to them. All of this type of thing. Those children were considered lawful and everything. It's a custom for the mujahideen. Now you got these nasty dudes walking around trying to, they ain't making jihad on nothing. You know what I'm saying? Not even their own nafs, if there was such a thing. But nevertheless, people love to take stuff and twist it. But anyway, so this person's asking you to modify the deen of Allah Ta'ala for their pleasure. I will stand up and say, good day, madam. Good day. Thank you for not wasting my time. Alhamdulillah, you were honest. And walk away. Now, if they like you, you know, they like you, they'll call you back. If not, alhamdulillah, you dodged the bullet. So the fourth of the seven bonus, which is number 11, is they are on the wali go round. Like merry-go-round, I call it the wali go round. Wali go round. Why do I call it wali go round? Because they get a wali, he doesn't approve of a man, so they drop him and get another wali that will approve of that man, or another wakil that approves of that man that they want to marry. So actually, and really, they have no wali. And Muhammad some say any woman that represents herself as wali is like a prostitute. She's like Zania. You know what I'm saying? She's representing herself. So what they do, they drop you because you don't approve of that guy. When that's your job to measure that guy. You know what I'm saying? Your job is to interrogate that guy. Your job is to size that guy up, but they won't let you do it. So if you don't do their bidding, you know, It's like they're representing themselves. And that's like Zania. So um, they are on the Wali go round. Uh, I got a Wali. He be tripping, this and that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to drop him and get someone else. I'm going to drop him and get someone else. You know, that's what they say. They're gonna drop him and get someone else. Now, what's the purpose of that? Because he won't approve of the guy that they are trying to, you know, cohabitate. With. They won't approve of him. So they'll drop that Wali and get another one. So if they're on a Wali go round, if you say, sister, Assalamu alaikum, I would like to get to know you better. Can I have your Wali number? They say, oh, well, I'm in between Walis right now. So, well, what's the deal with that? Everything takes explanation and clarity. But the point I'm making is that, they're on that Wali go round. You might want to, move around. Okay. Number 12 of the 7 bonus is dial a meal plus 1 wakil. Dial a meal plus 1 wakil. Had a sister tell me one time that she went for a sit down. She said, "Yeah, I'm about to go to a sit down." So next time I talked with her, I said, "How did the sit down go?" She said, I mean, alhamdulillah, it was good, but I don't think I'm gonna marry the brother. But he took me and my wakil to Red Lobster, and he paid like $50 for the meal." And I said, "He paid $50?" I said, "Man," he said, "You wouldn't do that?" I said, "Hell no." She said, "So you don't think I'm worth it?" I say, "It ain't about you being worth it. I'm not paying that money to sit down with no stranger to try to discuss some details of a would-be contract, possible marriage. You crazy?" If I look like you know what I mean? You start simping like that, you're gonna be simping for the rest of your life. You don't put those expectations off for special occasions and anniversaries and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to show her a good time. You splurge, right? Ain't none of it worth it. You splurge, just to show her a good time. Those sentiments are priceless, even though you spent $50 plus. But nevertheless, you don't spend no $50 on no. And next thing you know, she don't want to marry you, but guess what? She want another meal. She want to go to Red Lobster again. You know, she don't want to marry you, but she want to go to Cheesecake Factory again. These women will use you, bro. They will use you. So that dollar meal plus Wakil buying you a meal. She said in this case her Wakil paid for himself, but the brother offered to pay, I think. But the point I'm making is that, man, don't do that. Don't be simping like that. You know, bring a sack lunch if y'all hungry. Meet at the masjid. Meet in the parking lot of the masjid. Meet at the park next to the masjid or the masjid picnic grounds or whatever. Sit down there and hash these things out and have a conversation uninterrupted. Use the one of the offices inside the masjid to have a sit down, the conference room, so on and so forth. So that spending that money like that, man, that's simp stuff. You got to be really careful with that. So anyway, um, dollar meal plus wakil. It happens all the time. Sisters are getting meals and meals. I know one sister, she was scheduling a sit down. This sister was oh, stuff a lot of these. She was sitting down like once every day or once every other day. And y'all might think I'm exaggerating. She just getting meals. She was going on dates. I don't even think her wakil was aware. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he was aware, and I definitely don't think he was going. Cause what wakil got time for a woman to be dragging him around from dude to dude every day or every other day? Come on, man, y'all need to stop. So anyway, that was number 12. That means that's the fifth of the bonus. Now we're on 13. Okay, 13. Hard times Hanan. Hard times Hanan. Who is she? Hard times Hanan is the one you just sat down. You've seen her before. She's seen you. Y'all met at the masjid or this place or that place. So y'all finally having to sit down where y'all can actually talk about possibilities and requirements and expectations. Okay. And she starts telling you about how her car is about to be repossessed, and about how far back she's late on rent, and how her baby father doesn't give her anything for the kid or the kids, and And I mean, and your heart just goes out, and she looking kind of nice. So you say, you know what? You need your car. You got kids. I don't know what that car company tripping off of, but what the car company tripping off of is that they don't give out cars for free. People pay for these cars. They make payments for these cars, okay? And she's not making her payment. That car dealer didn't make that baby, okay? You didn't make that baby, but now you like I used to be, simping, you know what I'm saying? Homer simping, you know, and a Bart simping, and what happens? You offer, I'm gonna pay your car lease so they won't repossess it this month, but I can't promise you next month, so you might want to get uh, alleviate that situation. Okay, that's a sadaqah. But hey, look, if she's hard times Hanan, pay the car note, get the sadaqah, but tell her, look, I'm not looking for this relationship because it's kind of like a red flag. You're a hard times Hanan, you know. So anyway, and this is also a GBW. It's to go both ways. The man might, his sister told me that a man got her for a few $1,000s. So that's possible too, although more rare. Okay, now the last one. The last one, the seventh of the seven bonus, number 14. Pet harams. Now remember, number one we talked about they had they first impression was a haram. You saw the hijab all wrong or no hijab. You saw they're not on their menses, but they got the fingernails painted, toes out. You seen some haram. Or you saw him, he got a gold necklace on, trying to impress you, gold watch. You said, is that real gold? He said, oh yeah, girl, 18 karat, nothing but the best, straight out of Morocco. You know, so it is what it is in that case. So that's not what I'm talking about. Now I'm talking about pet harams, meaning that, listen, I got some friends that you may not approve of, okay? But these are my friends for life. We've been through this, we've been through that. My last husband say they were a negative influence on me. He tried to separate me from them, and this basically caused our divorce. So how do you feel about this? Well, I'm a man. I'm your husband. If I feel like your friends are a bad influence, I have that right. So I think you should marry somebody. Maybe you should, marry one of your friends. You know what I'm saying? Marry one of your friends because that's not gonna work with me. You know, and what I mean by pet haram, people adopt haram. This is, I'm a drinker. I'm a weed smoker. I smoke crack. They got that pet haram that they're not going to give up for nobody and under no circumstance. It's a pet haram, literally a pet haram, and he could have one too. I do a little gambling or stuff with law. Ain't nobody perfect and everybody sin. We all sin different. Shut up. That's one of the lamest, trashiest cop outs. We all sin. We just sin different. So what these people that say stuff like that, they have adopted sin. They have adopted a lifestyle of sin. People that talk like that, they have adopted a lifestyle of sin, and that's what we're dealing with. Okay, so if they got pet harams that they stroking, one brother had a dog in the house. He was a vet. He had PTSD or whatever he had. He gave him a comfort dog. Dog is in the house. Dog sleeps on the foot of the bed. He told the sister, like, hey, this dog gonna sleep on the foot of the bed. This dog ain't going nowhere. This dog is my comfort dog. Even if we making love, the dog gonna be on the bed or in the room, or and I mean, I forgot who it was, who the sister was, and what, and who, and if they married, I'm not sure. But nevertheless, uh, I think I was the white kid. I don't know if she dumped me. I'm not sure. But anyway, so the point is that some people have their pet harams, and they're not gonna get rid of it. There's no God, no prophet, nobody that could stop them from doing what they want to do. So that was my 7 sit down red flags that should make you stand up. Turn out to be 14, but 7 officially and 7 bonus. If you have any feedback concerning these you want to add to them. If somebody mentioned that I call red flags, you say they are not red flags. Or if you have some similar experience with some of these, one or more, then please like it, comment, subscribe so you can get these X Factory videos, so on and so forth. And I still have yet to upload the pre-recorded Amu Yum Yum, the podcast um, show that we do on Saturdays. I'm late because I had to film my son's football game, so I'm late with that. But it just finished uploading, so I'm going to upload that as well with me and Amu Yusuf, the Amu you love to hate. So inshallah ta'ala, I appreciate you tuning in. Like I said again, if you find any of these familiar or similar to your experience, please share. If you think some of the red flags that I mentioned, but they're actually not in your estimation, then mention that. Any that I left out, because I noticed maybe like 100. Any that I left out, please put those in the comments. This has been Saudi Ma'am for EXFAKTLY. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.